let's go ahead and get things started for today, shall we? Gonna be playing some Crosskeys, because that's just what I'm in the mood for. Also because I'm, like, really tired and don't have much energy to do much else right now, but we'll see what happens. Yes. But for now, it's time for a little bit of shenanigans in the form of the very next up world of Hyrule, yes. I guess with that whole, like, A Link to the Past inspired roguelike thing floating around these days, this is my closest in, similarity. Went ahead and generated a scene from the website again, so no boots, and we'll see what happens with this one. But for now, I think everything's ready to go, so let's get the game on screen, yes.
Fresh meat.
Yo, meatball, what are you doing? Yeah, no boots, but also no legs, so we'll see how things go. But for now, let us go and engage upon this here seed. Yeah, I usually turn on chaos for Crosskeys. Well, money's no issue immediately. Ugh, I really need to turn off Palette Randomizer at some point, because they tend to be unappealing. It really is just gonna be this small loop of it again, huh? Apparently Hyrule's turned into a swamp if discoloration's anything to go by. Well, that's interesting. Let me go check out this other spot first. But hey, I'll keep that in mind.
Showtime!
So far, I see you think with the 67 months. Getting up and spinning a little bit more for us today. As we're stuck on this one little... Yeah, you might say Hyrule's a little bit green around the gills today. Oh god, it's still going! Oh, nice, full magic! I'm not sure if Ruby Sandy would include the Hula Hand Room, to be honest. Considering it's a glitch to get in there in the first place. Well, that's pretty good. Oh god, it's still going! Alright, red tier tree pole is... Also, the hearts. I'm getting a strange sense of deja vu, chat. The music shuffles once per minute, but it has to be not the song that's currently playing. So it kept shuffling while I was outside. Oh my god, please, it's still not shuffling! Alright, we're going to town. This will give it plenty of time to shuffle off of that. One useless map and 20 bucks. Amazing. I can handle it on 16-bit music. So there's this little thing that never really got used on the Super Nintendo called the MSU1 chip. That will allow it to load CD audio from a side thing. But since the side thing never got made, it just exists. And now emulation can abuse that. It does mean that the music has to be stored in a very particular format, but it works. Oh, hey, bombs! I've been needing those. Alright, I'll fill up on bombs. Are you serious? Alright. So we have a way up the mountain already, that's interesting. Oh, for God's sakes, rocks, let me at least drop off the old man first! Alright, we're definitely gonna die to an RNG boulder at some point. It's just a matter of when. I mean, that's a pretty good thing to find while I'm up here. Alright, here it comes. There's no way I get to the next cave without getting beamed by a boulder. Here comes the rocks. Here they come. It's gonna smack me in the head. Yeah, you know what? I think I will go on a connector journey rather than try to crawl in the rest of the mountain right now. That seems like fun. Well, that didn't go very far. Never mind. I guess we're going back to the RNG apocalypse. Okay, I'm still alive for now. You son of a bitch! Well, the boulders weren't gonna give me, the other RNG pains in the ass would. Okay, I'm gonna head back up that way in a bit. I just want to check out what these are first. Oh, that's a really interesting save and quit point, alright. Neat! Cool, cool. That would have been useful a minute ago. Okay, I don't really have much interest in going in here yet, but it's good to know that it's so accessible. Where's this go? Oh, great, it's another connector. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Alright, we're already going on an adventure. A wild, crazy adventure where I have no idea where I'm going. It's happening already, chat. Did it stop? Alright, sure. So obviously that's something I'm gonna have to come back to later. This guy's got such cute little guy energy. Oh hey, this gets me back here. Sure. Jesus, Spike Cave, alright. Hookshot Cave? Yeah, okay. I do happen to possess a hookshot. Okay? This mountain journey's getting a little bit crazy. And now I'm here, sure. Joel, thank you for the 65 buttons. And I'm gonna spin it a little bit more for us today. I'm just ending up on sillier and sillier places. Yeah. Well, I'm here. What's my stun prize? Oh, magic! If only I had something to use it with. Nothing much in here. I mean, I guess I might as well just follow up on this. Oopsies. What? Like, I'm over here now, I'll make the most of it. Yeah, the durability system is definitely one of the reasons why I stopped playing Breath of the Wild when I did. It's just tiresome. I was tired of that mechanic before it became commonplace. It's like Kirby games that constantly make you swap off of powers to do one puzzle and then go back to whatever. It's like, nah, I played this because I like to use the powers that I enjoy. I don't like having to constantly swap off of them to do one frickin' puzzle to help unlock the final boss. Every single goddamn stage, or sometimes even multiple times per stage. Oh, hey, I conveniently have a hammer. It's like, just let me use the weapons I like. Is that so much to ask? Let's do it the Monster Hunter way. Have a weapon type and allow you to upgrade it. Jeez. And even then, they better be all upgradable at the same time. Rather than doing it the Forgotten Land way of the scrolls are just decided and where they're placed. So if you happen to like hammer, fuck you, you're gonna be waiting forever to upgrade that. Might still be a little bit bitter about that one. The one time I had to bring in a power-up from outside the stage for a MacGuffin. Oh, I remember that from Kirby's Dream Land 3, where you had to specifically go and get Nago from the previous stage to bring them through the, like, mini-boss refight stage to reunite with Kat. That happens in every Kirby game, pretty much, although it's the rarest in Superstar, which is probably part of the reason why I like it so much. And I already know where this goes, so I can just continue on. Yeah, Gold Tools breaking in New Horizons was just pathetic. It's like, gold's already hard to come by. It takes a long time to earn those tools. Let the player enjoy them, you idiots! It's like, that should be a reward! They're objectively worse than iron tools because you can't paint them! And painting restores durability. No! Alright, I'm getting back to that Paradox Cave. Seriously, can this song go away? It was only ever meant to play for like 10 seconds. Alright, now I have to hope not to get RNG'd here. Yeah, that was close! Alright, we're back. And this time nice and healthy. If your device showing up, you mean twice? Three times if you count the arena, I guess. No, it's only twice. Once in Great Cave Offensive, once in Milky Way Wishes, and then I guess Arena. So 3 times maximum. True Arena doesn't exist in Kirby Superstar. You're talking about Superstar Ultra, different game. Hey, not my fault if you want to play the worst version. That's just a sad attempt. I walked way too far multiple times. That's better.
I'm the coolest.
For me, it's the usual thing that I summarize a lot of remakes and other things of games. That's why I prefer the original. Ultra's too bloated. I also very much prefer the original's art style. Yeah, but the Nightmare's only Ultra as well. Same thing with Helper to Hero. There's just a whole bunch of extra little modes that don't really add anything to the game. Yeah, looks like the town's exploding. Let's not worry about that. Yeah, Ultra made some changes to abilities, including Hammer. They made it worse. Surprise, surprise. It's like, well, pardon me if I expect a high reward for using something as high risk as the Hammer Uppercut that has extremely low range. Plasma's still pretty busted, though. It came out mostly unscathed. It's the classic case of don't nerf abilities in single-player games, buff the weak ones. It's not exactly rocket science. I think you found the source of the blast in town. Hammer is a strange kind of OP, where it's only OP if you know how to use it. Plasma's just flat OP without much effort. Important distinction. I like both, but I mean, Plasma kills your hands. But it's really easy to use. Yeah, Ice Palace is a very unpleasant color today. Not a lot about Hammer was nerfed in the remake, but the uppercut was. You know, the most important part of it. I mean, a lot of my problems with a lot of the different Kirby powers is they feel incredibly weak. And those are the ones I tend not to like Cutter, for example. And something as neat as Ninja shouldn't be anywhere near as weak as it is. It's almost useless. You have to do similar, point-blank, dangerous strats like you do with Hammer, but the payoff is much worse. It's why I don't have to constantly throw away my better powers, because then I'm stuck with the crappy ones that can barely take enemies out. A fighter's always been a reasonably well-rounded power. Green Guard, it'll be your turn in a minute. Alright, now it's your turn. It's not even OP in every Kirby game, it's just good. It's solidly strong. No, because other powers that feel perfectly strong, they're actually really fun to use, are things like Yo-Yo. And Jet! Oh my god, Jet! Because there's other powers that I like a lot other than just Hammer, it's just that Hammer's my favorite. And Wing's a lot of fun, but definitely needed a damage buff. Hey, enemies, where'd you go? Where'd all the snakes go? They're all dead! Did I really kill all of them? Damn, I guess I did. It's gonna be officially faster for me to just go through the other means of getting there. Wing's big thing is that it's really weak. Damage-wise. Really weak. But its mobility is fantastic. It at least has one good damage option, but it's one of those weird powers where you need to grab something and then hit things with the throw animation. There's a few of those. Whereas Jet's just really freaking strong if you know what you're doing. Yo-Yo's just tons of fun, very consistent damage, nice long range. And besides, it's a freaking yo-yo! It's so 90s cool it hurts! Ever see Randomizer? You need to do a better job of picking what songs are gonna be overworld songs, dude. We keep on getting, like, droney loops. This is supposed to be a game over theme. You know what? Sure, I'm gonna continue to go on an adventure. Where are we going next? Oh, not very far at all. There's other powers that are decent. They could still use a slight damage buff, though, like Beam and Bomb. Beam's running attack is fairly strong and spammable. But, I mean, everything else it does. For some reason, its charge shot is a lot weaker than it should be. It's like, look, if the charge shot's getting out DPS easily by just doing a quick dash attack and then spamming the Y button, then for heaven's sakes, let the charge shot be stronger. Freeze is pretty neat, yeah. It does good consistent damage. It has a nice mechanic to it of freezing obstacles to throw at them. Fire's an oddball where it's mostly shit, except for that one ability where you point the fire towards yourself and set yourself on fire. That one does a ton of damage, but everything else is super duper weak. Yeah, it's a comical use for fire, and it also just happens to be the most effective. Gotta love when the joke moves are the strongest ones. I don't really focus too much on a lot of the newer powers. My focus is mostly on Superstar just because, you know, the moves are a lot more varied at that point. We had like an era afterwards where they went back to all the moves having like one attack and being very bare bones because that's how it originally was. Which is fine, but like, it's definitely a lot less interesting. Forgotten Land was definitely an example where they went back to super basic bare bones powers. Which I get why, because, you know, just their first attempt at doing proper 3D, so they wanted to keep things simple. But it does make the powers a lot more boring. Yeah, Robobot had some fun new powers. And they still gave them some depth, even though they had like a whole Kirby's Dream Land 2 thing going on where they could have easily just not done that and had the mech be the depth. But they had restraint and decided to make the things good anyways, on their own, without leaning too hard on the mech gimmick, which is appreciated. I mean, it's not just the Waddle Dee missions, it's everything in Forgotten Land that likes to waste your time. Unsurprisingly, I enjoy streamlined, focused experiences. Forgotten Land was very much, how shall we say, spectacle-oriented. And then the usual, there's just too much random shit to do that doesn't really add much to the game. But that's been pretty much Nintendo throughout the course of the Switch. Just bloating it with extra garbage. See the 880 moons in goddamn Mario Odyssey. Yeah, all the scenes in Wonder, although the scenes were honestly more in line with what was already going on with New Soup. If you want something to point out in Mario Wonder as having an excessive number of things, it's the standees. Yep, Korok scenes in Breath of the Wild, that was another one. Yeah, the weapon upgrading was handled really poorly. It's like, here's a currency to grind, and the scrolls are all in set locations, so if you have a particular power you actually like, and it happens to be one of the later scrolls, well, fuck you, I guess. Here's Bomb. It's slightly more bomby than the previous tier of Bomb. I might have a strong resentment and bitterness towards a lot of modern gaming. Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 is the poster child of way too much shit. Yeah, but remember what happened to Donkey Kong 64 after they super bloated the game? it got received incredibly negatively to the point where it almost killed a genre. The reaction is the difference, not the existence. At some point, all anybody started caring about was the amount of hours you get for the amount that the game costs. So as a result, companies felt the need to bloat the playtime so that it would get the good cost ratio to their playtime. And now that's kind of transferred into lots and lots and lots of bloat!
Showtime!
You know, people think for the month. And I'll spin a little bit more for us today. Yes. Yeah, sure, we'll go on a little adventure. My main issues with having a bunch of extra bloat in games is that it tends to dilute the experience and also just detract from the quality of the main game itself. Because all that extra dev time is put into putting a whole bunch of extra crap into the game, so the main game actually suffers for it. Not exactly my favorite thing in the world. It's the type of thing that you saw all the time in Magmamble 3, where people tried to make their levels super huge, but as a result, their levels are very undercooked and uninteresting. Yeah, it's all about quality for me. I prefer a very solid, well-focused quality product. I don't care about how much is in the game, I just want what's in the game to be well made. Yeah, I enjoyed Base Hat in time, and then they went and bloated it with a bunch of extra unnecessary crap. There, I'm in the Dark World again, I guess. Is there anything I even want to do in here right now? There's not really much to do in the moment. Like, I could cross over and check a couple more entrances, I guess. Exploded with Hat in time, and pretty much all the DLC. Because the weakest part of the base game was the open world area. Because it had a lot less focus, there was far less interesting characters, and it was mostly just a bunch of obstacle courses. Whereas a lot of the appeal of the other three areas was the interactions with the characters throughout the story of that particular area. They did kind of the Sunshine thing of having it involve, like, the little evolving narrative as you go through with the small individuals that you meet. But there's none of that in Chapter 4. And then Chapter 5, there's a little bit of evolution with the inhabitants, but not much. And it's mostly just two really bloated missions that take a while. Even if I do like ship shape, it's still kind of ridiculous. The Metro's fine and has like a fun little narrative to it, but it's once again just kind of derivative. It also has a very disappointing ending, which doesn't help. Then there's Death Wish, which they added in for the pure Psycho players. That's fine. But it's just ridiculous. There's too much stuff in it. And some of it's way more fun than the other stuff. I mean, that's not too crazy. With ship shape, as long as you know your way around the ship, then no singular task is any more difficult than the other one. It's just picking up something and taking it to somewhere else on the ship. All you really need to know is the ship's layout, and that's the whole point of the first ship and the first mission, is to get you to accustom to the ship's layout and the various ways you can transport between it. But the problem is, the ship's too goddamn big! So, even though it's designed to try to help people navigate the ship is too large, and as a result, it doesn't really stick with anybody when ship shape shows up. It needed to be about half the size that it is if they wanted people to actually remember the layout of the boat on their first go. Yeah, Sand and Sails Village was the intended original chapter 4, but they couldn't come up with enough ideas for it. Which makes you think it probably would have been a better size overall. I ended up nailing ship shape on my first go, even in the unnerfed version, but I understand that is the exception, not the rule. And that was mostly off the fact that I was very familiar with the game's movement mechanics already and could go very fast. The Metro is definitely the stronger of the two DLC chapters by a good bit. I do like the ship captain and the seals, they're fun, but it's just so bloated. Like the captain. Okay, I've gotten a lot of pod keys for this area. How many up to now? That's 4. I just got a ton of them. Well, my question there is why you're trying to do ship shape without the sprint badge. Hookshot badge is perfectly manageable, but without sprint, why bother? Haven't found pod yet, nope. Oh, we're back here again, huh? Well, you know, I do have the supplies to go do a bunch of stuff in Misery Mire now, so why not? What connector did I just go through? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, the old man came. Thank you, Chad. I was kind of autopiloting for a bit there. It tends to happen. Oh, this seems pretty good. Yeah. Did I get lost? No, I just wasn't paying attention. Yes. One of those things where I'm doing actions, but not really thinking about my actions. I mean, there's a lot of games that really shouldn't be 100%ed. The poster child of games that should never be 100%ed is Crash 4. Just playing through the game? Fun! 100%ing the game? Miserable experience that you will hate every minute of. God, yeah, Hyrule Warriors is another model example. Late game Hyrule Warriors is just so grindy. A mod does not count. I'm talking about base here. Yeah, Donkey Kong 64 is not particularly worth 100%ing either. You don't really get much. You get a silly, like, outtakes ending, and that's it. And while it is fun, it's also fairly trite and predictable. Give me that. Maybe I should finally go do, like, the stuff north of town in Kakariko, hey? Yeah, don't 100% Sunshine. As somebody whose Sunshine's still their favorite Super 3D Mario game by a landslide, don't 100% Sunshine. It's not worth it. Get all the regular shines. Just ignore that the blue coins exist altogether. Bada bam! There you go. You'll have a much better time. And if you, for some reason you get super angry at the pachinko machine or whatever, just don't do it. That's all you gotta do. Just don't do it. But the cool postcard, God. Yeah, of course I 100% on the stream. I actually like the game a lot, so I have more patience towards 100%ing it than the average player. The Poison River can at least be a fun one to learn some speedrun tech, what with clipping Yoshi through the world and then following him down there. They're blue coins, Mike! I'll say they're blue! They're the color of sadness! Currently, nothing thinking for the 37 months. Getting y'all to spin a little bit more for us today. I am Bomberman 64 100%. Is some madness-inducing stuff. Don't do it. It's a good game, but try to get all the cards in the allotted speedrun time for the golden armor on hard mode. Never again. Never again. Oh, great. The well is on the tree. Bomberman Hero? Yeah, Bomberman Hero is easy enough to 100%. Is it worth it? Not really, but I mean, it's fun enough. That game's short and sweet, so 100% to your discretion. The 602 includes the Galaxy games, right? Well, this is a crystal, shockingly enough. Let's go! There'd be a few problems with that for me. I obviously wouldn't do it in one stream, because good god. I assume that includes all the green stars for Galaxy 2, which I've only ever done once in my life, and that was on stream many, many, many years ago. God, going from Sunshine to the Galaxy games is such a jump. The bros are so awkwardly stiff in the Galaxy games. It's so weird. It feels very strange off the back of Sunshine where your movement is super fluid. I didn't find the race surfing that bad, really. It's just about having a steady hand with the Wiimote. That's probably the biggest issue with the idea of me and actually 100%ing the Galaxy games again, is the Wiimote stuff. There's the mod to use a classic controller instead, but I don't know how well it would translate. I just don't have room in my little room to set up the Wii. Yeah, Isaac's definitely a big one to 100% at this point. There's just so many characters. So many characters and so many endings and so many losts. All 3 or 4 of them, depending on how you feel about the base twins. Battle Network games are surprisingly perfectly doable 100%. Except for Battle Network 4, that one's just suffering. 5's also kind of bad. Since you only have access to most of the later tier viruses at the very end post-game. I don't know whose bright idea that was. Alright, Ganon's vanilla. Probably gonna be doing both tower climbs again. There's a shocker for you. Yeah, it's just the tediousness having to go back through every single area to get the next tier of virus chips that kept me from 100%ing 5 back in the day. But yeah, the fact that you had to beat the game, open up the post-game area, and that doing that opens up all the level 2 viruses across the net, so you have to go through the entire game again just to scoop up all those chips. And then once you get a bit deeper into the post-game area, you open up another portal which unlocks the level 3 versions of all the viruses, so you gotta go back through the entire game again to pick up those chips. I kind of forget what 6's post-game was like, but I recall doing all of it. Yeah, it's not great. Once I realized what was being asked of me when I got to another standard chips library door, I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I don't feel like going through every area of the net again just to scoop up the next rank of chips. You could have just had them progress as you go through the game like literally everything else in the series. It took them until 6 to go back to standard progression. I mean, you already needed to use the chip trader to get a bunch of chips in previous games. Like, I'm pretty sure some of the mega chips in Battle Network 3 can only be found from the Bug Frag trader. And a lot of the older ones, the chip codes are only available through chip traders. So that one's at least par for the course. Solid bush! Smiths are all the way out here, so they're probably not getting turned in until I get a flute. If I get a flute. 4 definitely left a lasting blemish on the series in terms of game design. A lot of it transferred into 5, so still had a lot of stuff that was kind of just bad. 6 course corrected some of it, but not all of it. I was done with the whole Dark Souls shit, like, before I even had finished Battle Network 4's first playthrough, let alone into Battle Network 5, where it just kept going. Sadly, having Angeloids like Rigo was very much the style at the time when it came to video game writing. But why? That should have worked. Splash deletion is still some strange science. I mean, I don't mind 5, and I genuinely really like 6. It's just I can see the blemishes that are still there from 4 is the thing. Regal was what he needed to be in Meg Mammal 3, which is to say, a properly made embarrassment. Excuse me. Oh, nice! Yeah, Regal's Battle Network 4 and 5, and he was just awful in both of them. Genuinely pathetic attempt at a villain. He looked normal in 5. Ah, Princess Pride. That's another one of those characters I just don't really get why people get so excited about them. Earth 5 is pretty good. Yeah, it's a lot better than the one from 2. I'll agree with that one. It's like, yes, that was definitely a large improvement. Almost gave her kind of like a Sherlock Holmes-style detective look, which is kind of funny. Poor Mel. She's one of the series characters that was there from the very start, and yet even up until the last game, she has about as much personality on her as a block of concrete. It's like, man, I love it all, but like, you really need to have something that's not just a one-dimensional personality. Baron Tank's role gets more characterization, and she's one of the navies. It's because Dex and Yai have more going on for them in terms of character archetypes. Male gets out with generic love interest slut. Combined with the even more generic oblivious protagonist. Everybody hates just how it's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for Mail to be more, but I mean, Battle Network's not exactly a game about its writing.
It's more about the gameplay.
The deeper you look into the writing, the more it just becomes distressing, so don't worry about it. Yeah, poor Glide gets shafted throughout the entire series. There's potential there too, with Yai having all the money for expensive chips and whatnot, but then he just never gets to do anything. Hey, a lot of those enemy navies having chips depends on what chips you have, so that's your own fault. What about the anime? I don't honestly have very much memory of the anime. It's one of those things, it's like a lot of shows. I watched the first season, it was okay. And then they started doing like the whole, I don't even know the technical term for it, but fusing with the Navi thing. And I'm like, nope, this is where I tap out. We've officially detracted too far from the source material. We've officially gone into Wumbo Jumbo Power Rangers bullshit. Yes! Jumping the shark definitely works for that one, yeah.
What much of a Power Rangers bullshit?
Look, I just said it off the top of my head.
Yes.
Look, as a fan of the games, I want the stories to be, you know, focused around the games. But it didn't do that. It really didn't do that. More VR for Troopers than Power Rangers? Yeah, probably. Wumbo Jumbo Power Rangers bullshit. Brain, you do strange things when you're left on your own, I must say. There was a base cross? How I feel about it is I don't even know what that is. I should go back to the pyramid. I can make use of this mirror to go to the top.
Fresh meat.
Meatball, what do you think? You think this is all a bunch of nonsense? Probably. I'm very much out of logic right now, but yeah. Six was more it had souls, but then you can also fuse them with the Side Beast form for extra nonsense. Out of my way! Yeah, this obvious mechanic was pretty neat. It had a lot of depth to it, despite it just being a fairly simple button to press. It's part of the reason why Mount Everest 6's PvP is so crazy. Alright, I guess we're going on a connector adventure. Where are we going now? Right side of Desert Palace? Oh, exactly where I would have gone with a different connector. Astounding. I mean, I can do this. It's gonna require a little bit of bullshit, but it'll work. Get a load of this! Well, the thing about 6's PvP is that it's actually pretty balanced. So crazy in the good way. 3 is crazy in the, less good way. Or perhaps the better way, depending on how much you like stuff in PvP that results in who gets their insta-kill off first. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with the Beast Toad feature. Not all have been super useful in single player, but hey, it's there as options if you want them. Alright, where to next? Of course, Eastern's right here. And I don't have the big key! This always happens. Oh, sweet! Never mind! I have the big key! I mean, Lance's mom not going crazy makes perfect sense. She does have Lance's dad as a husband, after all. I have to imagine it'd be extremely stressful having to have that guy as your husband. He's never home, he's always working, yet you know he cares about you, but it's just so frustrating because you never see him, and you're always alone. It's one of the few instances where when somebody says that their work is very important, you know it is actually very important because frickin' helping make the world a better place and all that. And he's definitely bringing in all the money out. Yeah, we'll never know her real name. Yeah, I mean, the Hikari's probably have plenty of money. Maybe not as much as Yai, but probably plenty of money. I mean, Lord knows land is filthy stinking rich. Just acquiring oodles and oodles of money from his various, adventures on the net. I spent some of the months, yeah. It was able to let me go get something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I picked it up before it got any more expensive. Super antiques are pretty rare to come by at this point. It's like, no, Analog, why don't you stop making them? Oh, I get it, because you have to move your production onto other products. But at the same time, oh. Yeah, Mail's the real mystery. Where the hell are her parents? They're never there. They're never mentioned. She's always just in that house by herself. Yo! You know what? I want to go see where the other entrance to Paradox Cave goes.
Tunic Fox is way too small for a shield this huge!
Somebody save the little guy! In the Battle Network game, space isn't even Wiley's son, it's Cossacks!
They retconned it! I did not die. The sheer stupidity provided suitable insulation. I have all these maps, I should probably check them. One shot, admittedly, I don't really know much about the game. Other than the character. And it being made in RPG Maker, so that can give me some idea of what to expect. And land not die from radiation poisoning? That's a better question! Alright, let's head back to the Dark World. I got a few more things I can check in that general area. Chat, shoosh, shoosh, shoosh yourselves. So bouncy. I get the feeling there's probably something in Ice Palace I need to grab, so I'm gonna go in here first.
I like defense.
That's good.
I like how they taste.
Oh, that's bad. Well, I mean, that's supposed to be for Fantoon incoming, right? Well, in that case, I'll play the song that's assigned to Fantoon. Give me a sec. Gotta actually go scroll to it. There it is. That's the key I was looking for. I mean, that's because it's based off of a Nine Inch Nails song. Specifically, 1 million. Many of the cover songs that are used for streamer mode are based off of the songs that they're replacing. Welcome to Big Key Central! Holy shit! No, Linkin Park is not the right genre for the Firefly Rush. Who's that saying we can battle number 3? Mamoru. So this is Net Navi? It's believed to have been Serenade. Serenade is really neither. It's the best way to put it. Alright, we're back into regular music. So, okay, going in there was pretty worth it. I got a whole bunch of big keys. I should grab the Skullwood's big chest while I'm here. Hey! Hey! Can you run Doom on a PET? Of course! Those are way more powerful than anything necessary to run Doom. There's where the flippers were, okay. Logic is just snapped violently back into place. Hey! Hey! Yeah, we weren't in Logic for a while there. Doom guys in that Navi. Jeez, everything would die. Alright, I'm off to GT. I need a full clear GT anyway, so I might as well just get it done. I mean, Roll's definitely got a darkness to her. In the later games, she actually gains the ability to weaponize viruses. You know, like heal navies. We're just going for a casual stroll through Ganon's tower, it's fine. We don't worry about that one episode of the anime. With the writer's barely disguised finish. Dare I ask which episode? There was an episode that literally turned Roll into a dominatrix. Like, unfiltered! That is exactly what she became! We're talking about the Battle Network anime, so it didn't have the stuff like the Lion Men. It's decidedly a lot more raunchy. There's a dark ship plotline? God!
It just makes it so much worse.
Most of the time the navies are portrayed to be about the same age as their user, so with probably the exception of Clyde. So yes, that does make it even worse. Now, this was less anime and more just Japan in general. Yeah, it's real!
I wasn't kidding! It's really bad!
There's a reason why a lot of...
Certain tropes in Japan frustrate me!
Yeah, I like Glide. Glide was always the level-headed one of the group. That was his whole role. He was the straight man of the group. Yeah, Glide got to participate in the anime. Okay, the metaphorical straight man, okay? Oh, there that is, finally. Bit late, but I guess we have that. Man, when did it get to almost an hour and 45 minutes into this scene? I get that it's been going slow pace for the past, like, 45 minutes-ish. But damn. Had enough keys to begin with, but here we go! Also, remember my least favorite trope, it's high-pitched, squealy, overexcitable, maximum energy characters. Because they're in everything, and they make too much noise at all times. Yeah, followed closely by the overt sexualization of bloody everything. I'm not a full-on prude, but I'm definitely... There's a time and place. I guess I am a little prudish, but not too awful. Next comes always with the ridiculously over-the-top stakes. I prefer, you know, smaller stories. It doesn't always have to be about saving the world from some sort of otherworldly eldritch threat, you know? Like, it's tiresome after a while. I don't mind a bit of meta-ness as long as it's executed properly and not overemphasized. Well, there's some other pod keys. I just need the big key. Genre's a funny one these days because it's such an easy thing to point to and go, if anybody asks what masking is, and it's like, there you go. It's how that show handles its various fabrics. Yes! Hate is definitely the correct word there. It might not even be strong enough. Despise is looking pretty good. I only have one turtle rock key. I need one more to finish the dungeon, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, the thing with Aga 2 that creates a problem is that once Aga 2 desyncs, you're in big trouble. And pretty much anything that falls under that umbrella. If they're loud, squeaky, and obnoxious, I don't want anything to do with them. It's a simple way to look at it. And unfortunately, that tends to describe like 99.9% of them. Hyrule Warriors is actually a model example of where you need to look for this type of trope. At least the original release. Because they added 2 original characters, Donut Steel, and they had the 2 exact tropes that I hate the most. I have no idea who that is. Which one is which trope? I mean, Sia is obviously the blatantly over-sexualized one. And then the blue-headed girl is the overly excited, super annoying, obnoxious one. I think the other OC, same problem. Same problem, big time. I never actually played anything past the original release of Hyrule Warriors, so I don't know much about the other original entries. Yeah, the whole two halves of the whole thing is also very tired. I don't hate the trope, it's just very tired and tends to be poorly executed. Just like loud personality, yes! In one word, loud.
That's their personality.
Right, Lana was the other one. Poorly executed how? Often that sort of thing is done just for a little bit of extra edge on the character to make them seem tragic, as opposed to having any sort of nuance to it. Oh, my tragic backstory. Oh, it hurts. Oh, the edge. I don't mind edgy characters if they're not taken seriously. See Shadow the Hedgehog. Even the game of his origin, they still took the piss out of him more than a few times. Well, with the lines like, "I'm the coolest."
I'm the coolest.
Yeah, that one. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the movie in December, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, you know, it looks pretty good, and I did like the other two. yeah, it helps that the movies lean into the very dorky energy of the whole series. I mean, I guess, but a Shadow's original voice actor would have been the perfect fit, but you know how Hollywood is. You gotta bring in celebrities for no reason, even when there's already established actors. Yeah, I guess it's because Tails is never supposed to be considered cool, so they didn't feel the need to go all out on a voice actor there. I like Tails. I mean, it already looks like they're severely departing from the actual story, considering Gerald's still alive. So be prepared for a lot of sanded down edges, I'm just saying. Why? Because something tells me Hollywood didn't want to have, you know, death by government firing squad as part of their story. Especially considering the government involved is supposed to be, you know, America. Yeah, just a thought. Hollywood might have had some disagreements with that one. Which means expect Maria to have some sort of, like, tragic illness rather than being shot. Or it's gonna be some kind of accident as opposed to deliberately blasting her brains out for being on a space colony. I'm just saying, I'm just expecting those two retcons. Yeah, she does have a disease, but she was ended by being shot in the head. Which was kind of an important point, you know? Otherwise Shadow wouldn't have been nearly as revenge-filled. I don't know if it was a headshot. It does the whole fading out after the gunshot noise thing.
Hair stood tall and I began to shake. My blood coursed
Yeah, they might go with the fake memories angle. There's so many ways that they can twist it. I think it was less getting to Giant Lizard from Small Hedgehog, and it's getting to Small Hedgehog from Giant Lizard. Which, if what you can take from Shadow the Hedgehog's actual game is anything to go by, that was just Black Doom showing up and being all like, yo, I see what you're doing here, it's pretty cool, but have you considered Small Hedgehog? Yeah, BioLizard was first. It's specifically the prototype. Shadow is the final product. Shadow, you are my baby. Nah, it's not looking like Ark's really gonna be involved in the previews or anything to go by. I didn't see even a lick of space! I saw lots of underground government facility, but no space. Probably because it would be a lot lower budget. They wouldn't have to spend nearly as much money doing underground facility instead of space. There's the one I was looking for, off the swamp. Yeah, and it uses less CGI. That just makes sense. Shadow the Hedgehog suffers from the exact same issue as Sonic Heroes' Team Chaotic story. If you're just going through the neutral stages of Shadow the Hedgehog, it's fine. But if you're trying to do anything else and you have to start doing the get everything of this missions, it's miserable. It's utterly miserable and is such the antithesis of the whole series. The only comparable game in the 2D ones is Sonic Advance 2 when you're trying to get the special stages, where you must get all of those coins. I mean, fine, in the computer room is fine. Let's just get to the end of the stage. As mimetic as that mission is, it's one of the better ones. I mean, Chaotic's generally any of the missions was awful. Because it's just here, run about this stage that's not designed for being explored in this fashion to find at least many this things, or sometimes even all of this thing. Made especially bad in Heroes because they didn't have the whole warp system that Shadow the Hedgehog has, which made it marginally less bad. I mean, Mystic Mansion's a great stage for everybody else. It's just Chaotix. Which is really annoying too, because like, I like the Team Chaotix crew. They're fun, they're doofy. Charmy's annoying, but I mean the other two are good. Unfortunately, they just happen to have the worst gameplay out of the 4 teams by a landslide. Yeah, Team Rock is tedious, but at least it's not just a horrendous departure from any sort of standard gameplay. It's just long. And then Shadow the Hedgehog made like 2/3 of its objectives those. Making it also a horrendous slog that's really boring.
That's why it took so long for me to actually want to play another Sonic game again after those.
It took until Generations. And well, I guess Unleashed. Yeah, it's a little tutor fox. We got the red mail, so it's one of the in-game palette swaps you can do. Or at least it really depends on what version of the game you're playing. If you're playing the Wii version of the game, then the nighttime missions really aren't that bad. They're pretty short and cut up into small chunks. If you're playing the PS3/360 version of it, though, have fun. Gotta check something. Why is that entrance unmarked? Do we know it's on bed? Nope, but at this point I might as well just wait until Tower of Hera shows up. Okay, it was just the library. Like, I actually rather like the Wii version of Unleashed. It's not perfect by any means, but it's certainly a lot less of a slog. Honestly, a lot of the missing content isn't even all that great anyways, especially the, like, roaming around the overworld area missions. Sucks about the 2 missed out worlds, though. They had some good stages. Yep, fun big key for go mode. Yeah, the poor job of colors was pretty poorly done. You can emulate it these days to better effect. They unfortunately hired a rather unreliable company to do the color sport job, and it shows. I've thankfully never really spent more than a couple of minutes of looking at forces, and I've never even bothered. Well, would you look at that? I got turned into a bunny and now I'm deceased. Where's my corpse? The Superstars is pretty meh. Some good ideas wrapped up in an unpolished mess. With boss fights that go on way too long. I mean, yeah, it's usually not whenever new characters inserted for one game. That's the problem. They're usually fun in some fashion, and it's good that they're gone after one. See Chip from Sonic Unleashed. He's kind of fun, but I wouldn't want him in more than one game. And then there's characters that only exist in one game that I'm glad are gone. Oh god, the princess from 06. Get her out of here! Get her out of here! I mean, Alpha Chow's not that bad. Besides, you can destroy Alpha Chow in Adventure 2. I would call that a good thing. I mean, I know what I wanted to be. I just want more games like Mania. That's why a lot of the fan games have been really good, because, you know, they focus on, go figure, making a polished, quality game. It doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, it just has to have some fun new gimmicks here and there and still make a good platforming stage. Whoopee! Never look, thank you for the 38 months. You know, it's been a little bit more for us today. Encountered the bomb shop? Huh. Well, I guess that's not available. It must be in Ganon's tower, then. Wait, then where the hell's Tower of Hera? What entrance have I marked as complete? That's obviously not... Oh, right, that one. What interest is it left? I feel like I've checked them all. Oh dear. Well, I'll go get the second item in here in the meantime. There it is! Alright, we're just gonna not worry about those things and go to pod. Ah, dick! Alright, kick open the front door. Here we come. I feel Marsha get back. I mean, I'm fine with Marsha. At least he'd be a shopkeeper with some personality. We haven't had one of those since Beetle. And then they couldn't come up with another one, so we just had Beetle for the rest of the series. I like Beetle, he's fun. I like the little bit of fleshing out they gave him in Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword has excellent dungeons and kind of terrible everything else. It's like the overall design was boring because they made it disturbingly linear and had so much nothing going on up in the sky. And good characters here and there, but not all characters were made equal. And Garaham and Groose are both fun, even if Garaham's creepy as fuck. Windbreaker sailing's pretty bad. Thankfully, the HD remake gives you the power sail, which makes it perfectly fine. It's the having to change the wind direction all the time with the original that I didn't care for. Yeah, Garaham's tongue, man. One of those villains that's obsessed with being absolutely fabulous, darling.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Another obnoxiously long scene. This keeps happening. I haven't had a reasonable length Crosskeys in a while. Meow 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 meow. What a credits theme. Yeah, we did! The game was once again defeated. With once again, pretty much 200 checks. The only big spot I didn't have to go to was the Tower of Hera, which was somewhere? I'm actually curious where. Yo, Logs! Where's the Tower of Hera? The Tower of Hera, Tower of Hera... was in Pyramid Ferry. Alright, where was the bomb shop? Was in Ganon's Tower! Of course it was. So yeah, Tower of Hera was securely locked. Like, don't think we were getting that one. The explosions! Was anything in Hera? Let me check. The Cane of Burna was in Tower of Hera. That was it. Makes sense, I checked pretty much everything else in the game. We going again? Nah, I think I'll call it on this one. I need a nap. Bit of a shorter one today, but I also had a bunch of long streams last week, so we're bouncing out slightly. Quake was in the Ice Palace big chest, so it's a good thing I didn't need that. 194 out of 216. Good God. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for today. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a follow. Helps the channel grow, gets those numbers going on up. We do succeed here on Twitch.tv. On the YouTube side of things, give it a subscribe. You get the notifications as well. But for now, I'm gonna go take a little break. Have a little nap, all that good stuff. I want to thank you all for watching once again, and yeah, I'll catch you later. But for now, see ya.